29 players now. Next ladder jump is 26. Correction, 23. At the moment, everybody guaranteed 31,500, but the next ladder is 40,500, so pretty tasty 9k pay jump. Cole probably comes with small bet here. Obviously a little bit worried about that 9-8. Does decide to check it. Gives Alfie the option to maybe try and steal this one now.
Yeah, maybe Cole thinks his ace three of hearts would bet flop, but when he makes a pair, he just checks it back. And now Alfie can attack this. Don't blame him on this texture. This Cole's gonna have a lot of whiffs. It's gonna get dicey for Cole though if he does find the call here. What rivers are you calling if Alfie continues? Cole, it's gonna be sticky with his pair.
He was down. I mean, I was ready for it, but...
Well, he's got to the river with his worst possible hand.
A little early.
Often these are the ones that will make for nice
I know that is my fault.
Bluff candidates. There will be a decent number of, you know, big card combos with the diamond that Cole will have here.
Yeah, and when you're at the bottom, I love when I'm at the bottom because I know I have no choice. I just gotta go for it. Gotta put it in.
And a hefty bet here, asking a big question of Cole, who will be looking at that jack very suspiciously. Even some of the semi-bluffs sort of got there.
Definitely some pair, like, yeah, some semi-bluffs like jack 10 even gets there, open ender. But 9x hands probably don't continue for this size on the river, so Cole is trying to piece it together here. What bluffs can he beat? Maybe beat some one diamond type hands.
Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking about the sizing here and thinking, well, maybe that sizing has removed some jack 10s and the like, and is more likely to now be polarized to flushes, maybe straights.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that this sizing kind of...
No, it's another time bank chip I thought he was reaching.
Yeah, I think that this sizing kind of made Cole more suspicious here.
Yeah, I agree.
If he finds the call, this is going to be sick. I always root for the hero call. Alfie just praying his 5 high gets it through. Does beat some random Queen X.
Oh. Wow! That is pure sickness from Cole.
What a call by Cole. Wow. Pieced it together. Doesn't even have to show his hand either. He might have been kind of proud to table that one, to be honest.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
No, not tens.
You folding over pair? Alright.
Oh, I'm missing one?
You any more hands.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, you're right.
Black hole of information.
Caught me. Caught me, Lewis.
You bet so big on the turn.
Basel and the hijack suited king sub 10 bigs now. Does go all in.
actually miscalculated. I meant to bet like 1.4 instead of 2.4.
I would have.
3.975.
Yeah, it's a nice shove here from Basel.
Yeah, I believe the king 7 suited 8 bigs-ish.
Ooh, but he has run into it, unfortunately.
He does run into pocket 9s.
How much is it?
3.975.
3.9.
75.
All in.
You're right.
I covered.
Here we go.
Good luck. 9s.
Basel
Suited
all
and the
in.
overcard.
Out at risk here.
Just out.
Suited 1 over. Some
I had
possibilities.
a fifth one.
Looks like a 70-30-ish situation.
9 in the window, that's why.
Zack trying to manifest that 9. Doesn't need to. Just needs to hold.
King and king only now.
Yeah, the door is shutting on Basel,
Your game.
who we say goodbye to now in, looks like 26th place. Simultaneous bust outs, one here and one on the outer table by the looks of things. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come here. Justin Young, as mentioned earlier,
Glad I'm still here for the second
6.5
half.
million
Jesus.
in career live winnings. He's been at the final table many times before. He actually has a WPT title to his name. Searching for another feather in a very well decorated cap.
Daniel, ace 4 clubs in the small blind. Lions on fold. Facing this under gun to open. Ralph, sub 20. Pocket queens in the big blind.
Raise.
Not all in.
Holding back, obviously, on account of we are sitting on that ladder jump.
I'll take
But
this
it
one.
is an effective all-in here to Justin, who has a tricky enough one, very aware of how loose his own image is right now. King-Queen will actually feel quite high up his range. Get a decent price here, facing a roughly 16 big blind shove.
7.7.
Say that again, sorry.
7.7.
Thank you.
Also, Ralph probably pretty strong here on the money bubble. This pay jump out of the big blind. Don't imagine he would be too light here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's not going to be getting out of line. There's going to be very few bluffs. It's just whether Justin is in decent shape against a hand like ace-jack or maybe a pocket 9s.
Right. That's really what you're hoping for if you're Justin. Otherwise, you're kind of crushed, as he is actually here with only 1 overcard.
Yeah, and not just because we can see the hands. I would really like to see a fold from Justin here, just to understand when to maybe pump those brakes on occasion.
I agree. I think the king-queen offsuit
Oh, he has made the call.
should fold, but he does land on call, hoping.
That's fine.
Oh, of
Give him
course,
the
the
call for
last
his
few
last quarter,
chips
that's fine.
haven't gone in.
17-7? Or 7
So it's effectively a call, and the hand has been flipped. Now, obviously, there's so little back. We are getting this in. But
I literally just spaced it.
Yeah. Penalize him.
Well, I guess he can get away now on, you
Would
know,
be sick.
a queen 3
know what I
deuce
gotta be.
board
Ace Jack 10.
for that
There
extra
we go.
couple of chips.
That's crazy.
Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. It's Ralph who could have get away, maybe on the. No, there is not really possible. Ace 10 Jack. Sure, you still got your own gutter. Going to use up the time banks now.
Sorry, guys. It's a page jump.
No, I understand.
Completely understandable here. Even though he has the overpair. Question is,
9,000. That's a main event buy-in, you know?
10K is nothing
Satellite.
to
Dude, take your time. I'm not.
make light about. 10 grand.
I'll help you out a little bit.
it's just going to take a bit of time for him as well. Looks like he is. I'll help you out, he says. A little bit of
Justin, what
friendly
out of
play.
Denver Broncos.
Some Broncos at?
Good this season. Good-ish, but yeah.
No real need for Justin to put these chips in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. How
Doesn't
about the
have to.
sweater?
May as well just check it back.
Table 1, it's our podcast all in.
Oh, well, what do I know?
It's our podcast / game at Aria. That's it.
So, 3 kings in the deck here. Some possible runners too.
Anybody have a king?
16 million. It's a big pot.
Yeah. 10 would be spicy. 3 hearts though.
Huge moment for Ralph. A well-earned celebration. Who could begrudge him it? He has been battling that short stack for quite a while.
Big blind, I say, you want to chop? He says, sure. And he whips his cards so fast and so deep into the muck that the dealer couldn't stop it or retrieve it. So the dealer shrugs his shoulders and pushes me the pot. And the player's like, what are you doing? We're chopping. And he was like, you can't chop. He says, call the floor.
Oh my god.
The floor comes over and says, if you don't know by now that you can't chop, I'm not going to penalize him for it. I felt so embarrassed.
So is it worth saying it for that one time?
No, he got the last laugh. We both cashed, but he busted me. He said it was karma, but I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I hear that joke often when it folds to the small blind. You want to chop?
Raise 1 million.
And I laugh and say no. And then they limp and I raise and they fold.
Nice.
That is kind of a weird, unfortunate event. Cole, raising button.
Ralph always likes to take his 20 seconds here. I think he's going to find the call. Oh, he's not. He's going to just stick it in for almost 30 bigs. 27 bigs. 27 and a half bigs. It's a very big
Just
shove.
like
But is the right kind of hand to
It's not much.
appreciate? No, he's not.
Wait, I thought he went all in. I am so confused.
It did look. I
I
guess
thought he said
calling
all in.
mouth-wise does seem the same.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I have to say, I think this makes a lot
This
more sense.
makes a lot more sense. Although Pocket Fives does like to jam a lot with like 20, 25 bigs. You get to fold out a lot of your opponent's overcards. But nonetheless, Pocket Fives perfectly fine to flat here. And we see a flop of Jack, 4 deuce, 2 spades. Cole working around the Jack, and Ralph flops second pair effectively.
I think I know what happened now. So he was using his time, wanted it to count down to almost 0, but has to declare his action, like while it's maybe at 3, 2, or 1 or whatever he was letting it go to. And because he had to mouth his action, we saw all, but it was call. Not all in.
Ralph, pocket fives here. Tough to hang on facing aggression, but you also don't really just want to fold. Let's put in the call.
Nice turn of events for Cole here, who can enjoy that bit of showdown. Pulls ahead of some 4x, some 2x, hands like pocket fives.
Now we see here where Cole was bluffing with his 10 high, makes pair on the turn, checks it back. Gets the win. Nice pot.
Nice.
Well, it looks like there will be no cessation to the 22nd tanks pre by all these guys. Already eyeing up the next ladder jump, which is 4 spots away.
I'm tired, man.
We go from
Fights are so
52k
I was not
up
when
to
we started,
67k
but I'm
at 15.
Well,
But
now your turn.
Okay, done. My turn's done.
that could very
Done, done,
realistically
done.
be
Why
an
you
hour
wanna
from
do it
now.
again?
Yeah.
More
I
maybe.
don't know, man. I think you might
Absolutely.
be
So
smarter
it
than
would be
me.
nice to
I
see
checked.
the pace of play
This guy tricky, man. Can't play with him.
increase.
Oof. Action flop here, blind versus blind. Ace 10 of clubs solving the nut
Alright.
flush draw versus top pair.
Love it.
Big blind checks back. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Justin has enough showdown, and he's obviously got the flush draw. Seems like a pretty easy call here. Hand can be good, and obviously
Good
can
call.
improve.
So far.
He has bricked it. Near his line does look a little bit fishy, so it is possible Justin pays this off. $2 million into 3. Justin is certainly going to give this one some thought. As well he should.
Yeah, ace high. Ace 10 looks nice on this board some of the time, and crazy more chips didn't go in.
Right.
Early discoms.
Well done from Neerath.
The newest online poker site, Club WPT Gold, is available to try now. And coming soon, Club WPT Gold ambassadors will be hosting Meetup games. Brad Owen, Rampage, Xuan Lu, and Wolfgame Poker will all be there. Sign up using any one of their codes, and you'll be able to play alongside them as you check out the newest poker site sweeping the nation. Join us coming soon for Club WPT Gold Meetup games.
Every value bet matters, right? Pick up chips that way too. Anyway, nice spin up there for Dylan. Daniel on the small blind with an ace here. Going to raise almost his whole stack.
Yeah, trouble now.
Unfortunately, Cole's hand just way too strong in this formation and with Daniel's effective stack size, so Daniel's going to be at risk here. He's played well. He's done as good as he can do with the cards he's been given.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Big spot here for Cole as well. There's 10 million in the middle. He will be left with just 6 million. Should this one go wrong?
Oh, flop 2 clubs too. No, honestly,
Daniel.
if I would have bet, I would have probably got like
Not fancying his chances here on his feet, and
the flop. I got to bet the
no help on that board of 965 rainbow. He's going to have to hit a duck.
6 or 5
6 or a 5 will do for some opportunities.
or deuce.
We say
Good game,
goodbye
everyone.
to Daniel. What a run it has been for that man.
Good game, boss.
18th place.
A lot of predictions coming in the chat on who's going to do what at the final table. Still got 17 players left. Anything can happen.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, with these stack sizes.
Yeah, I think Richard versus Justin here, it's just a mandatory get in. I don't see any other way of navigating this one.
Yeah, especially short here.
Well, he's just going to go for a 3-bet, but Justin's going to stick him in here in all worlds, and obviously by chopping a stack, Richard's left himself no room to get away.
Absolutely.
Owen.
Here we go. Off
Snap.
to the races.
Ace king. Ooh.
Did see an ace or two perhaps at the muck.
Damn.
Richard all in and at risk here.
Huge moment for both of these players.
Absolutely.
22k in the middle. Oh, and right away Justin takes the lead.
Diamond's working for Richard. Gonna need some help.
An 8 and an 8 only, or we say goodbye to Richard in 17th place. How well he has played all day today.
He did.
Ever patient, had to go with those
Lazy
8s,
boy.
no choice whatsoever. Versus the aggressive Justin.
Good game.
Played really well. Picked his spots. Stayed
Can you
patient.
teach me how to go on?
I hate folding. I don't like folding. Can't win flips if you fold. I agree. Probably worth flipping, to be honest.
You sure were? So, no budge as of yet, still 16 players. Ladder not yet achieved. Joseph's turn now for the ace-jack.
Looks like effective stack sizes just has him shipping it here.
Yeah.
As Mitchell is short and big blind is short as well. So
Oh, and this is a call.
effectively 10 big blind shove here.
Yeah, Ryan in trouble here. This feels like a
Oh yeah, you
call
gotta
every
go
day.
with this. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't take time, just in case there was some shenanigans on the other table.
We need a 10.
He
We
needs
need a 10. Ace 10, ace jack. We need a 10.
This rail always rooting hard for him. He said he's known to run good in all ins. We'll see.
Never folding. Never folding.
Yeah, I can't fold that.
Deuce?
No, yeah.
Deuce?
Yeah, let's chop it. Chop is fair. Chop is fair.
Deuce?
Chop is fair.
Oh, hello.
Opportunities come up, and the deuce of spades hits. Puts on the backpack. That's extra equity.
What the? Chop! Chop
Yeah,
it
that'll
up!
do.
Chop, chop,
That'll
chop!
do.
Chop, chop, chop!
He will take it.
Let's
I told you the
go!
backpack added the equity.
That's what we do. We win flips and we chop.
That's a win.
What a chop.
I was in this exact situation. 16 left in the monster stack. 1.1 million for first. Guaranteed a pay of 57,000, around the same. The guy who ends up winning lost all but one of his big blinds. Just one left with one big blind under the gun. Wakes up with pocket aces with 16 left. Doubles, ends up winning the whole thing for 1.1 mil.
Wow.
Crazy stories.
1.7.
Zack finally able to find a hand, get in the mix here. Ace King offsuit. Mitchell cut off. Lets it go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, an unavoidable collision about to take place here. Having got that fortuitous chop just a moment ago, Ryan now
Yeah.
looks down at the ladies.
Two monster hands here.
8.9.
Too much action in front of Justin here. And
Zack licking his chops. Can't wait to get his chips in as soon as Justin folds.
Good luck.
And he does. And here we go. Off to the races.
Oh, well, we know what you do.
You know we win flips. You know we win flips. Classic flip. Queens, ace, king.
Yeah. Good luck, bro.
Queens, easy, all day, queens. All day, queens. Red queen on the flop. Let's go.
something's got to give. Both of these guys have been winning their
I'm gonna
flips
get
today.
greedy. Queen, queen,
Yep.
four. Let's get just flop quads. Queen, queen, four.
Oof, good flop for the
start.
queens.
A good
This
start.
is a 20 big blind pot. Safe turn. Has to dodge an ace or a king.
One big sigh.
Let's go! We win
Huge
flips,
double.
baby. We win flips. Born to flip. Born to flip. God, you can't kill me.
That's it.
Oh. I love it. I just love it.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
For the time, because this is 20 years ago.
Wow.
I had a really nice gadget, and I would have to wake up at about 4 or 5 in the morning every morning to make an espresso so I could go back to sleep.
No.
Because I would get withdrawal headaches that would actually wake me up at 5. So I had to have an espresso so that the headache would go away and I could sleep,
That's insane.
which is totally bonkers. And the wrong way
Bonkers is the
around.
right word.
Yeah.
That's, wow. I don't even know. Also, I see so many people drink Red Bulls and coffees. Guys, be careful of your heart. Can I just
Yeah,
say
no,
that?
no, no.
It's
That's
please take care
definitely
of your
good-
heart.
That's good
Yeah.
medical advice.
And just poker players specifically, I see them down these Red Bulls. I'm like,
1.7.
please take care of your hearts, guys. It's I do like 1 or 2 a day maximum, and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
be
I
careful.
went off. I swore off the Red Bull
That's
after
crazy.
I used to do that awful vodka Red Bull thing when I was in my 20s when I was at nightclubs.
so
Hang on, let's get into
it
the action
looks
here.
like we're gonna see an all-in and a call here finally, with Zack having the King Jack suited.
can't imagine him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Zack's
he's never
priced
folding
in
here.
here.
When he realizes the size and everything, he's not folding.
Here we go. Are we going to lose our 16th place finisher? Are these boys going to get their ladder? This is a very live situation for Zack.
Chop it up.
All hard.
Where'd he go?
Nine of hearts is fine.
Man, I had to.
Someone whispered off camera, I won.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
Well, an ace, a jack
Chop is
now,
still fair.
or a heart would probably do. Oh, and it's not there.
Great run by Mitchell.
Incredibly good run.
Impressive.
That's 15K pay jump.
It's got to feel good for the players remaining 15K pay jump.
Yeah, it's a big one.
As on cue here, he is all in. 8-6 suited. 4 bigs in the hijack. Justin folds his pocket pair.
Easy enough one here for Colin. Can just call the 4 bigs. If there was further action behind, can let go. Sometimes flatting here will create some sort of implied collusion. As
Yeah.
players sort of, oh well, here we go. Sorry, Joseph's got a real one.
Yeah, real hand. Both players. It's about 40 bigs effective between the two.
Yeah,
Those
he's
calls.
just going to call here. We're 2 from another ladder, a big ladder, 28k. Obviously, there is some advantage to tag teaming here, trying to knock out Nearat by playing somewhat honestly.
Justin would have flopped a set of deuces if he
Yes,
was in
you're
there.
right. So, Nearat's now drawing dead. We know he will be departing in 12th. Colin has a couple of outs, doesn't hit, and this one's just going to go to showdown. You can be sure of that.
Yeah.
Good game, man.
Out with a whimper in the end, Nearat shoving the 4.5 bigs there with
He woke up
8
with
high.
the big blind.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be mine.
Nothing materializing on that board, and
Maybe I just
he is gone in 12th. 11 players left now.
The newest online poker site, Club WPT Gold, is available to try now. And coming soon, Club WPT Gold ambassadors will be hosting Meetup games. Brad Owen, Rampage, Xuan Lu, and Wolfgame Poker will all be there. Sign up using any one of their codes, and you'll be able to play alongside them as you check out the newest poker site sweeping the nation. Join us coming soon for Club WPT Gold Meetup games.
But her break is a little longer.
Yeah, no. We're not tipping enough, I guess.
I'm honored to share the couch with you, sir. I didn't even do this. Right. I forgot about
Colin
that.
waking up with the jacks here, +2. Again, one of those stacks. Anyone in that sort of 30 million, 35 million zone is in a spot of trouble overall. From an ICPM perspective, people like Kevin lurking behind can drop the hammer and really put pressure on. Maybe not with a hand like 8-5, but he's even giving it some thought. Probably recognizing that Colin is one of the tighter players at the table. Now that sort of works in 2 ways. One, it may not be a light open for that reason, but 2, maybe there's
11.1.
a tight fold. And here we go, Kevin really trying to press that advantage.
It does feel as though he picked the wrong guy.
Oh, would you look at what's lurking behind Zack?
This is actually pretty sick.
This is really dirty because you are very worried about Kevin being the one who can knock you out here in 8th place, which would be a catastrophe.
This 3-bet is going to be extremely win-win for Colin, because if Zack finds the cold 4, Colin may get away from it, and he would have just lost his stack if Kevin hadn't made this 3-bet. And if Zack finds some massive hero fold here, then Colin will probably shove against Kevin.
Yeah.
And win a bunch of chips. So regardless.
Oh, this is so gross for Zack, actually. Like, we see he's obviously got an amazing hand for this situation right now, but he won't be feeling like it is.
If I'm Zack, and I'm cruising so far at this final table, I am certainly considering the fact that Colin seems very tight.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, I believe, across the last couple of days. And Kevin's 3-betting in spite of that to a huge size.
Yeah, I thought if we were going to see a 4-bet here, it was going to be like 23.
Yeah, or even 18 or something along those lines.
Good fold from Kevin. Oh, sorry, from Colin, I should say. And we're going to get a fairly easy fold from Kevin.
What do you think?
Whoa. Truly unfortunate timing by Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, Zachary.
I will.
But he saved Colin in the process.
Yeah. He did.
So far.
Who I think was doomed
have to see
there
that one for sure.
versus a Zack 3-bet.
I'd have to think so. Zack's coming off to me as a very intelligent poker player. Seems to have a good understanding of dynamics and situations. So that said, you would imagine that he's going to be quite careful in 3-betting one of the tighter players at the table. So if you notice that, now, of course, when you're one of the tighter players at the table, you often aren't aware of it, right? Because you think you're just playing some standard poker and you're playing a little on the tight side.
If you fold it, it's a great fold.
But if you could figure all that out, maybe you think your jacks are in a bit of trouble.
Probably not in the streets. Not that one. Could have been in the streets.
Or maybe I'm
Sorry, how much
just
the hand?
way on a branch here. None of that's...
For that hand, how much?
No, I think you're absolutely right.
I don't even know. I literally don't even know.
I know
Maybe like 70.
Oh, Ralph has a spot here. Look, only 4 bigs. Not even
Yeah,
4
you're
bigs.
in every hand.
3.5 big blinds. In they will go. Queen 10 suited, more than qualifying here in the cutoff. He has the
Ralph
least...
just saw the 10 and he's ready to go. You know?
Exactly. He has the least ICM concerns here. He is the person most likely to be at risk first, so needs to take a spot when it is presented. This one would be a little murkier in the hands of Steiner, who's looking to outlast Ralph. From Ralph's perspective, absolutely standard to get this one in.
Sort of interesting that he's burning a couple time banks here, because
Do I get that back, or is it too late?
not only is this seemingly a pretty clear jam, but also it's very clearly giving away the strength of your shove, like it's on the weaker end, which you really don't want to do when you have a hand on the weaker end.
Yeah.
I'd give it back.
And in an unnecessary way, too. I think that it's a pretty clear shove from the cutoff in such a short stack.
Yeah, and you don't want to feign weakness.
Yeah.
Situation. Anyway, what I would ask you here, because there's some sort of technical issue here as well, is do you hold back a blind? You don't have many to hold back here in this spot, but do you hold back just in case it kicks off after and you get some ladders? I think you maybe do that.
I think you can. I generally like, if you're going to do that, I generally like putting half of my stack in or something like that so you can save more, but you can't do that.
You can't do that with 5 bigs.
Because it's a min raise, and now you actually get peels from the big blind, which you really hate seeing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, this.
I'm gonna need one after
This is the king jack offsuit that might flick it in here. This is.
Yeah, it's pretty
getting quite
nice. You can
short.
call
Yeah.
this one, and you know if there's action behind, you might even end up in a sort of implied collusion spot with the big blind, who's happy to call and maybe knock somebody out.
Mm-hmm. Also, you have maybe some information from those time bank chips. There are a lot of ways to feign weakness when you have a strong hand.
Oh, Zachary.
But in my experience,
luck,
burning
bro.
time bank chips is often very straightforward. People don't like wasting those.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
All right,
Yeah,
Tell me
Zack's
why.
going to be in a great
You're probably
situation here.
Yeah, all is not lost for Ralph here. Getting the double up would get him back to 15 million. It would almost be a triple up, given that the blinds and small and big blind have folded.
Good spot for a double. Yeah.
He has 40% right now.
Their way.
That was a wild 3-bet a moment ago from Colenso, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just
hearts.
played fairly
Spicy.
straightforward and then
Make it spicy.
went after him with the 8-5 offsuit.
Make it spicy.
Did not predict that.
No.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts. Put it
Yeah,
on.
you'll take that. Can we do that?
No, I don't know what color.
What's coming?
I think it's gonna be 5. I don't know what color.
9 of hearts.
Well, that will shut the door here for Ralph on the turn. King of clubs. Zack picks up a fairly small pot in the context of his tournament, but it was everything to Ralph, who bows out now in 7th place.
Good game, man. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Now we spin.
Ralph
Now we spin.
cashes this tournament for $145,000. Incredible run here, all the way to the final table. Credit to him for that.
The newest online poker site, Club WPT Gold, is available to try now. And coming soon, Club WPT Gold ambassadors will be hosting Meetup games. Brad Owen, Rampage, Xuan Lu, and Wolfgame Poker will all be there. Sign up using any one of their codes, and you'll be able to play alongside them as you check out the newest poker site sweeping the nation. Join us coming soon for Club WPT Gold Meetup games.
Performances.
5 big.
Oh my goodness. He gets a surfboard or he gets slimed. Which one is it? Oh no, that was Nickelodeon. He gets a surfboard for the MTV awards. I think that's what they gave out.
Some fun dynamics here at the final table. 7 left, all vying for $1.162 million up top. Things are going to get very interesting down the home stretch here tonight.
3.3.
Talking about award shows just reminded me that Eminem has a new album out, and I'm going to listen to it on the drive home.
Oh.
Fairly new, last summer. You know, if you were sitting at the poker table and didn't have access to every hand like we do,
Indeed.
you might think Zack is playing quite loose and aggressively at this point.
You would. Colin's going to make the defend here. Okay, really interesting. I'm getting a flashback, almost like a PTSD moment to yesterday when he decided to flat the 9-3 or maybe 9-4 of clubs and then gave up when flopping top pair. I'm wondering if Colin's addressed that imbalance in his game between pre-flop stickiness and then post-flop surrender.
That was the top pair?
Correct.
You said? That was the hand I thought maybe was misread on the reader.
Perhaps.
And now I'm starting to feel like it must have been.
Well, fortunately for Colin, he hasn't connected in any way with this one because Zack has got a huge piece here with pocket eights middle set.
There's such a gap between the type of player who would fold top pair to a continuation bet on the flop and the type of player who would peel 9-3 suited pre-flop.
Yeah.
That it's
oh, dear me.
It's
Colin.
hard to believe that it exists.
Colin.
Wow, Zack.
No, Colin. Oh, no.
I mean, Zack has such a strong hand, he's just going to let Colin hang himself.
Of course. But also, maybe are you thinking, well, Colin is quite tight. Maybe he wouldn't do this light. Like, this is quite out of character for us. Now, maybe he's been doing this off stream quite a bit, but from what we've seen, this is out of line.
No, it's true, but it's just such a dry board. There's nothing.
Yeah. What are you scared of?
Yeah, and if your opponent has a strong range, he's just going to put it in on the turn, throughout the turn and river anyways. Oh, that's a problematic card for Colin. That's a slow down type of card, at least for him, but...
Yeah, does he come with small bet himself here now?
6.9.
6.9, that's...
So it's very kind of mergy almost now. Zack, you know, obviously just trying to figure out ways to get all of these chips in. Does he go for it now? Is this board getting a little wet now? It was quite dry to begin with. That 10 of hearts does wetten things up.
It's funny, this is one of those situations where I feel like theory and reality deviate the furthest in how you want to approach it, because in theory, Colin should have no bet folds with a lot of equity, right? So no flush draws, no open-enders. But in reality, when people have a 9, they just continue to barrel.
Oh my goodness me. Well, Zack in dreamland right now. Quads. Has been checked too. Gonna have to do his own dirty work. Was hoping that all those chips were just gonna be sent in by his opponent.
Something like that.
I guess at this point you're maybe just hoping your opponent has a hand like ace jack.
Quads.
No way. There we go. Quads. We got another ladder.
Let's go. Wow, indeed. Colin.
Good hand.
What a misstep here.
Yeah, that's surprising.
In a high pressure situation.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Steiner's rail erupt. He gets another ladder. Colin had a dead on read that his opponent was at it.
Take those beers. I'll take them to my rail. I'm not drinking all these, I promise.
You had a water, right? Yeah, 2 waters. Yeah, please.
Yeah, chat is alive with analysis on that Zack fold. A lot of people really scratching their heads here, wondering if it is indeed just an overly nitty fold, giving far too much credit to Steiner, or if it is that sort of meta level where he just wants to keep this very good situation going a little bit longer, where he has a pesky short stack that allows him to abuse the other players.
Thanks for coming, guys.
It's good. Okay.
Thanks for coming, man. You got the shirt. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
By the way,
You guys want beers or?
talk about a dream scenario. If you're ever folding
Who wants the other
a
one?
clear-cut call,
Yeah,
because it allows you to abuse your
You only
chip
bring
lead
2 at a
that
time.
much longer. That's beautiful right there.
Yeah. 2.5xing here is Zack from the cutoff.
What if James just fired in the 3-bet with the Queen Dewey offsuit? I'd really enjoy that one. Oh, Joseph pocket 7. This. Whoa, that is a tight fold.
So
against the chip leader.
Exactly. This 2.5x very much designed so that Steiner can call and sort of go with equity as comfortably as he would like to off a shallow stack here.
Have to imagine Zack is opening an ungodly wide frequency.
Yeah, but you're
in the
sitting
cutoff.
there in 5th place, hoping the guy busts
Yeah.
in 6. He's sitting there to your immediate left. He's only got 5 bigs.
But you just get the fold so. I mean, we know that Zack has ace queen
Sure.
here, but you get the fold so often.
Well, you're not wrong.
It's not even that high of a variance play. You just pick up 8 million chips, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which represents a lot of your stack.
Here's an interesting one for Steiner. He obviously wants to get involved with this Jack 10 because he feels like Zack's opening so wide that maybe he's just in really good shape against it. But he's also worried about, well, what if I flat here and whiff and then get blown off the pot and my hand was actually the best hand? That's a bit of a disaster too.
Got a
So
good one.
I think he's actually trying to work out if his hand has enough to just go with it against the range here.
That's interesting.
How good?
See, my brain just immediately goes to, I can't think of a hand that's more fun to peel out of the big blind than something like Jack 10. It's just so easy to play post-flop. But you do have a little bit of fold equity, I imagine. Zack has made it 2.5x, kind of indicating he won't be folding to you.
Yeah.
So that would certainly sway me towards just calling. I think Steiner's considering a fold.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
that's what his facial gesture is telling me, at least.
when you've sat there for best part of 2 hours and watch other people get eliminated, making you a richer man, it is tempting to keep that going, but he is going to just
you
commit.
were right. He just sticks it in.
Yeah, I think he was just worried he was up against a, you know,
Ace
maybe even
queen
like a
versus Jack
6 high
ten.
or something that was going to then suddenly
I don't know.
find a way to win on a queen high board.
Yeah, fair.
Yo, Steiner.
He's got his queen. He opens wide a whole bunch, hoping maybe it was 60-40. I could be ahead. I seen this dude. I see you raise with 7-8, 5-6.
Good luck. Good luck.
This was the problem. Steiner sort of
But
summing up.
I do win flips.
Yeah,
And
this is a flip in
60-40s.
Steiner land.
I win 60-40s too.
I'm shocked to find out the guy who won the Arizona State Championship back-to-back years
See what
wins
happens.
flips.
Let's go. Let's go.
That will make
Pretty
life
clean.
very difficult for Steiner here.
Brutal flop. He doesn't even have the backdoor heart draw.
No, It's going to have to be running jacks, running tens, or some form of straight. The door is closing on this incredible run by Steiner, who bows out now in 6th place for 240k. An incredible run. He cockroached his way through the early going of this final table to get lots of ladders.
I know, right?
And you know, I think when all is said and done,
What's it like to be, bro?
and he shakes off the initial disappointment now as he exits stage left.
What'd you take?
Let's spin.
It's a good time to choose.
40,000 starting stacks.
Pound table.
So much.
2 million big blinds.
So much.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, the price of poker has gone way, way up here as these guys battle it out for a 7-figure score. A personal best for everybody here on the cards. Possibly already have locked in their personal bests. I think they all might have, actually.
I think you're right.
So we're at 2.
Even Kevin?
Two stacks of 20s, right?
I'd have to look, but
James,
I
right?
believe
James, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
from what I saw on the sheets. Now let me have a small caveat here. My memory is far from exceptional.
Is that Tito's?
Well, what is exceptional is this ace-king suited. Kevin very happy to open this one up, and he is going to find a customer.
That's pretty sick.
There is no escape route here. 23 big blinds, button versus big blind. Here we go.
Kevin just, every time he has a monster, somebody just piles it in on him. He doesn't even have to make any decisions, really. It's wild.
Okay. Obviously, we haven't seen the run out yet, but I am already feeling rather sorry for James, who has not had much in the way of card distribution throughout this final table. Finally wakes up with a premium hand, and Kevin, whose button range will be very wide in this situation, actually has him pipped.
Queen 10, you're perfect. Let's go, Kevin. I'll buddy. I'll
Oh, there's a queen!
Wow.
A dagger to the heart of Kevin now, who needs to find a king on turn or river.
One more queen. Just one.
That's greedy. The rail asking for a queen? I don't know. He's playing with fire, really.
Spade in my hand?
Kevin calling for the spade to show up in his hand.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Huge
go.
double up for
Let's
James,
go.
who is now
Let's
a
go.
contender
Let's go.
on this
Let's go.
WPT Prime final table.
I spilled beer on my fucking
His
head.
rail have had
Jesus
not much to
Christ.
celebrate, it must be said, over the
Jesus
course of this
Christ.
final table. But
Fucking
that
got
is a
beer
big
all over me
moment. And he's got some beer on him to celebrate.
That was champagne. Fuck.
For most Americans, their memory of online poker is stuck in the past. A desert filled with unsafe options or no option at all. Well, not anymore. Club WPT Gold is bringing poker back to America. It's a sweepstakes model website sweeping the nation, and it's available to try out now. Sign up now using code YouTube and enjoy the return of safe online poker to America.
Need to find something.
I'll think up a few. For sure.
Yeah, he was so. Yeah, he had a great personality.
And a lot of quotables from Mama Sylvia over the years, I will say. She's a great lady. Kevin now sitting on the 4th place stack, I believe.
Yeah. Hovering not much more than 15 big blinds.
Yeah. Still significantly larger than last place in the sense that he's going to be trying to wait his opponent out. Joseph is really short now. Wow.
Thank you.
Good luck,
All
bro.
right, Joseph's
How much
going
is
with it. That's fair.
12.
And Zack is going to give him a
King
spin
4
here
versus Queen 9.
with basically a coin flip.
Another spot where you could argue going with it or peeling big blind. I tend to lean into the peeling big blind
Yo, good luck,
situation,
Joe.
but against
bro.
Zack,
Thank
it's
you.
very forgivable to just shove the chips in and hope that you're ahead.
Yeah, I know I made a strong justification for it in the Steiner spot. I think it's more justifiable in this one, actually, but I think it is justifiable in both.
Yeah, I prefer Queen 9 over Jack 10, I think, since so
Jack
many
of
of the
clubs.
queens will be open.
That'd be fun. That would be
compared
fun.
to the jacks.
Right, tell Dom that.
A big exhalation there from Joseph, who is funking for a queen or 9 now on the river.
That's a really disappointing turn card. So many backdoor draws just disappeared for him.
That will be that. Joseph bows out in fifth
That's fun,
place.
man.
A
You're a beast,
fantastic
man.
run. Probably
Yep.
not the way he envisioned the final
Watch
table
out.
might play out, but still an excellent result. I think he came in second in chips, has ended up in fifth. Obviously would have had dreams of a bigger score, but 320k is nothing to sneeze at, Jesse.
4 Coronas. 7 Coronas. Can you bring 7? I'll hook you up. And 2 waters. If you can
There
get
are
them all, yeah. I
infinite
don't-
Coronas back there. They could bring 7.
Iced Americano.
I actually just snuck
You
around
guys
the
are crazy.
corner to where I
At least you
believe
can
they're
fit 27 Coronas.
going
and
to in the back so I could pick up a couple
You get
coffees
3
from us.
waters
from
and like 6 Coronas.
the cart.
You want 2? What?
They've got a
I don't even see what.
For now.
pretty big
Okay.
thing going on back
Sure.
there.
Could
A
I
lot of
get
floor
2
space
waters,
being used up
one,
to store all
like,
the drinks they
Perrier,
have.
Like San Pellegrino, whatever you have.
Yeah, I don't
What
know.
else you guys want?
It feels a bit Wizard of Oz for me. I don't know if
And
I
2
want to go behind the curtain and see. It's the magic
It's
of
okay,
the
yeah, maybe.
waiter or waitress just appearing with whatever
hook up.
anybody
Thank you.
ever says.
Cheers.
I don't know. I mean,
And can I order? Can I
I've
do
been there
an
and
ultra
back,
in,
and I have to say it's quite the glorious operation.
Okay.
Worth taking a gander at. But that's just my experience. You might have a difference. A few pretty hands here. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Nice flop for Kevin, by the way. He gets away from it relatively unscathed quite often. This is probably just going to go Zack bet, Malik call, Kevin fold, but we've seen Malik check raise these spots more often than others might.
4.2.
4.2.
With the stack size that Malik has, it's going to be a little difficult for him to get away from this one.
I was going to say, is Kevin ever tempted there with the King, Queen, King
Yeah.
of Hearts?
That's fair.
Oh no, Malik in trouble.
Yeah, that might be GG for Malik. He only started this hand with 20 big blinds. He knows Zack has a lot of incentive to get after every pot. Force folds.
Yeah. And he can target value.
11 million.
Zack is going to come again with a hand like King Jack, Ace Jack, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think maybe it just goes in here.
I think it would have to. Malik has surprised us before, though.
Come on,
support. No. That's
Wow,
that.
what a day for Zack.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
5 trips.
Damn it.
First,
Come on.
he has 2 pair.
4 outs once.
Come on.
Or we say goodbye to Malik, who has already announced his demise. Does not believe that the deck could find a Jack or 10 here. Let's find out.
A second ago, Malik was a turn and river away from getting at least third place money. Now he is in really bad shape. and probably going out in fourth.
It is indeed. Malik,
Good game, man.
420k to the good.
Hey, man. It was nice playing with you.
Great run and a fantastic score.
Amazing score. He was our
Hope to see you again soon.
loose cannon in some ways, our sort of hardest to predict player.
He lost a couple of pots. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to start putting them to the test every hand. I mean, that's a very fair way to go about it.
I don't know if mine was or not. But
It was still a terrible
when I peeled,
hand,
the,
but
when I
like,
peeled the 5 first, I said,
No, you justified it. It's fine.
it was an atrocious
Probably
hand,
a
but it was
shove
suited.
once again from Zack here.
Yeah, we're about to see how committed he is to putting max pressure on his opponents based on this hand. This is very similar to the ace-8 offsuit that he had a moment ago.
Yeah, virtually identical spot.
All in.
Don't expect
There
any
we
other
go.
procedure.
And look at this. James has a beautiful hand that has to hit the muck.
Oh, if your game's there, like ace-9, ace-10 does not feel very nice.
No.
Feel actually quite nasty.
I think you have to get out of the way with the hand. I've been surprised in some of these scenarios just how tight you have to be, but it's scary tight.
Yeah, it's extreme.
It's no satellite spot, don't get me wrong, but it's gets close.
Well, James has a pair now, but it's not a particularly fun pair. Sailboats.
Have to imagine.
He's just going to lamp it for
Oh,
22.
wow.
Well, he is just hoping and a praying here.
This is terrifying.
Oh my goodness me!
You just have to
Heart-made
close
stuff.
your eyes and hope
Oh
that Zack
my
doesn't say
goodness
call.
me! I don't think Kevin can call here.
This is so painful if you're Kevin. Blinds are going up next hand. You have this beautiful hand that isn't really thrilled to call off an all-in.
No.
You are by far the shortest.
He is giving a lot of thought here. I think.
Respect to Kevin for thinking about this, because I do think my initial thought was, oh, you have to auto-muck this. I think it's closer than we actually believe it to be, because it's up against the other person that you want to play pots with.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not saying it's a call. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think we need a lot more kit than Jack 10 suited here.
Yeah.
I think it may be just a force of Kevin being a little frustrated on this downward spiral in recent hands and just feeling like he needs to make a stand. That is what he's decided in the end. And Zack actually had a hand that might have called Kevin's shove had James ignored these fours, but as played now, Zack going to have to get out of the way. And we're going to a race. The Jack 10 suit actually ahead mathematically here. And this is a good outcome for Kevin, you got to say. You know, he has found himself in a flip situation, you know, with some extra money in the middle, but
Dead money in the pot. He's up against the player that he wants to be up against by far.
yeah, I want to get my money in first in these spots. Calling off just doesn't feel great, but
Absolutely.
he has decided to draw his line in the sand. Pandemonium on the rail here. Some the rail demanding a club here on the turn for maximum sweat.
Let's go.
That's a really bad one. We've only got a chop possibility here with the 4.
Go.
Oh no, James is celebrating early. I guess, well, he can celebrate that he can't lose. That is it. Kevin is going to bust out here in third.
Amazing run for Kevin.
Yeah, it really was an incredible run. Kevin bossed the penultimate day here at the WPT Prime. He stretched out his lead here in the early going tonight before getting very unlucky, it must be said, in a crucial spot versus that man, James Casement.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, let's go.
The newest online poker site, Club WPT Gold, is available to try now. And coming soon, Club WPT Gold ambassadors will be hosting Meetup games. Brad Owen, Rampage, Xuan Lu, and Wolfgame Poker will all be there. Sign up using any one of their codes, and you'll be able to play alongside them as you check out the newest poker site sweeping the nation. Join us coming soon for Club WPT Gold Meetup games.
James Casement in high spirits after back-to-back wins there. Can he keep the momentum going? Is there any such thing as momentum in the game of poker? Certainly feels that way sometimes.
Well, if there was ever momentum,
this
might be a brick wall.
Yeah, this could be the momentum killer here. Zack very cutely limping in to trap his man. Here we go. 74% of the time this tournament is over. Zack in pole position to deliver the killer blow. Nothing James could do there. King Jack, a lot of kit here, heads up.
Yeah, 17 big blinds deep. King Jack is a hand that wants to be putting the chips in one way or the other.
King for each. Kicker playing, of course. James bunking for a jack right now. One card away from a momentous victory.
I'm hesitant.
And there it is.
What a fairy tale final two for Zack.
We have a champion here in the win. The WPT Prime Championship producing epic scenes right now.
Could you script it any smoother or more perfectly than that?